So let's talk about the different types of Google Business Profiles, or GBPs. So the first thing, just to make sure we're using the same terminology, these were called Google My Business listings for like a decade. So you'll hear a lot of people still call them GMBs. Okay, a GMB and a GBP are exactly the same. Google just changed the name to Google Business Profile a few years ago. Now, if there's a search that has a map result, so this is typically going to be a local search, 60 to 70% of the customers, of the traffic, of the leads, of the calls are going to go to one of the three GBPs, okay? Now, on top of that, we have 5 to 10% of the traffic going to the paid ads. That means that the organic results below the GBPs, best case scenario, ranking number 1, you're only playing for 20 to 25% of the total number of people who did that search. Most of the people are going to the GBPs. And what's important to note is in that map results, right here in this map results, these are not the business's website. These are the business's Google Business Profile. They're GBPs. If you don't have a GBP, you can't show up here. So everything we're doing in local is being done with the goal to rank the GBP higher. We're not trying to rank the website higher. We're not trying to rank URLs higher. We're trying to rank GBPs higher, okay? So ranking the GBPs, how does Google do it? There are 3 core factors: trust, relevance, and proximity. Now, when we say trust, that's coded language. It basically means links. Links from third parties. The more trustworthy those third-party websites are, when they link to you, the more relevant they are, the better those links are. So when we talk about building trust with links, this is where we're going to join the Chamber of Commerce. We're going to sponsor the 9-year-old girls softball team. We're going to sponsor the Bayou Cajun Bash, whatever it is. We're going to sponsor a local nonprofit organization. Basically, anything around us that is hyper-local, that has a powerful website, and most nonprofits have one, we're going to sponsor that in exchange for a link. That's what we're trying to do to build this trust. Now, relevance. We build relevance with content. This is where we're going to build geographic relevance, and we're going to build topical relevance. Now, we are sourcing links to this relevance content, but we're not sourcing these powerful links, right? The links that we source here, they're designed to get that content indexed, to get Google to recognize that it's quality content, that it's not AI slop. The links that we build to this content are different from these links that are designed to build trust, okay? Keep that in mind. And the third one, of course, is proximity. The farther away the searcher is from your GBP address, the harder it's going to be to rank. That's why you'll very often see rank maps where 1, 2, 3 near the center, and they drop off as you get farther and farther away. Now, we can overcome that. We can overcome proximity. We can outrank GBPs that are closer to the searcher if we've built enough trust and enough relevance. And that's essentially what we're doing in a local SEO engagement. We're trying to build trust and relevance so that we rank higher, farther and farther away from the GBP address. Okay. Now, I mentioned organic briefly before. When I say organic, I of course mean the first page of results, the top 10 for local search. They appear below the maps. You may have heard my favorite joke in SEO. It's the only one I know. Where's the best place to hide a dead body? The second page of Google search. So the second page of Google search is number 11 for organic. But for a local SEO, for a GBP, the 4th result is the first result on the second page. Now, it's important to that is that if you are ranked number 4, you're getting roughly the same amount of traffic as if you were ranked number 80, okay? If you don't do enough SEO to get into the top 3, save your money and don't do any at all, okay? There's no benefit from moving from 80 to position 5. You're gonna get the same amount of traffic. You gotta get into the top 3 or don't bother. So let's talk more broadly about the overall types of GBPs. First is a single location business. So this is a local business. They have one GBP. They have a website. The GBP landing page, which is the URL in the GBP for the website box, that's going to point almost always to the homepage. Homepage is the most powerful URL on that domain. So using that as your landing page will get you to rank faster. We also have a multi-location business. Now, a multi-location business, that means you have one website and multiple GBPs. You do not want each GBP pointing to the homepage. Each GBP should have an independent GBP landing page. The reason for that is the landing page needs to be optimized for that specific GBP. We want to use local business schema. We want to embed the GBP. We want to embed reviews. We want to optimize the content for the city that GBP is located in. We can't optimize one landing page for multiple GBPs. But if you're taking on a new client and they have a multi-location business and they have multiple GBPs all pointed to the homepage, before you change anything, run a rank map, okay? I've had clients come to me before. They had 8 locations. All 8 were pointed to the homepage. 6 of them were ranking really well, and 2 of them weren't. So the 2 that weren't ranking well, we created new landing pages for those 2. We left the other 6 alone. Don't touch it if it's ranking, okay? That's a rule for SEOs to live by. And the third one, of course, is the service area business. Do not use the service area business, okay? Using a service area business is awful. It's terrible. It takes 30 to 50% more effort to rank a service area business than it does a visible address. So to put this in numbers, if you estimate a $3,000 per month engagement to rank a visible address, if that instead were a service area business, you'd be looking at spending significantly more to rank them as a service area business. Do not take on a service area business unless you and the client are crystal clear on the downsides of a service area business. It is usually less expensive to get office space and have a visible address than it is to do an SEO engagement on a service area business. Okay? Make sure that is very, very well understood before embarking on an SAB local SEO engagement.